Maritz got numbered out, quite frankly, at the end of spring training. But he did get back to the show. Denard Span stepping in, the left-handed batting left fielder. And the Dart is set to get it all started. 0-1. "66 degrees here this afternoon under a bit of a cloud cover. Very calm. Not much of a breeze at all." Minnesota from here goes to Oakland, and then they go from Oakland to Chicago to play the Cubs at Wrigley Field as they too. Matter of fact, everybody will get back into interleague play after their next series within their own league. Too high. And of course, a big date on the baseball calendar Tuesday. With the annual June free agent draft, the Mariners with 5 of the first 51 picks and number 2 in the country. Talking to Junior about the draft before the game, 1987. Junior, of course, the number 1 pick by the Mariners and in the country. And Junior is the only number 1 first round draft choice left from that year, still playing baseball. Lee Tinsley was in that class too. Here's a line drive base hit to center field as Span lines into center. Tinsley was a first round pick of the Oakland Athletics. And there he is over at first base coaching now. Joe Mauer, when you look at the M&M boys, the Mariner pitchers have done a heck of a job this series on these two guys. I'm not sure there are 2 bigger bats I would rather have starting a ball club in my lineup than Mauer and Morneau.
I would agree with that. I mean, you look at the year that Mauer is having after starting the year on the DL, hitting .419 coming into the game. Really done a nice job against right-handed pitching, hitting over 500, but lefties hitting .287, solid batting average. But then you have Morneau, who's won an MVP already. Mauer, of course, 2 batting titles. Yeah, pretty good start. Young guys too. They're dangerous.
A strike to Joe Mauer. Mariners with the win yesterday, moving over the 500 mark at home. They're 15-14 here at Safeco Field. Slow breaking ball, way low and outside, so the count of the ball and a strike. Mighty close. C.B. Buckner is the man calling balls and strikes, and we've noticed with Buckner behind the plate, you got to get a pretty good piece of the plate. You get a call from C.B. You might recall C.B. Buckner is the guy when Lou Piniella was managing the ball club that was at first base. He got in a heck of an argument with him at first base, called him the Smirker. Too high. 3-1.
Was that the one where he's throwing his hat or the base? I can't remember. But one of those went flying around.
Maybe both. Mariners rapidly approaching the 10th anniversary of Safeco Field on the 15th of July. They will celebrate that opening. Been 10 marvelous years here. Pitch is hit to deep left field, and Chavez will go back to the warning track to make the catch. and tagging headed to second base and making it into second base is Denard Span. There is some great base running because you just stay on the bag at first base. If that ball gets behind him, you're at least going to end up on third base anyway.
That's right. That's absolutely right. And I think the biggest thing for him is Span is he's running to second base the entire time. He can see the throw by Chavez, and he's aware of the scouting report. Chavez has a good throwing arm. But what he can see is that the ball is going to be wide of second base, so he keeps running and makes it in and gets himself into scoring position. Nice play by Chavez. His throw just a little bit wide of second.
And here's Morneau, whose dad is down from British Columbia to watch him play in this series. And the fastball up and into him, ball one. A .429 hitter against Erik Bedard. Being Canadian, you can imagine he's a great hockey fan. Matter of fact, he was a goalie in high school. Hockey in Westminster, British Columbia. He was thinking 2-0, wasn't he?
He usually does. He's done a nice job against left-handed hitters this year, hitting .405 against lefties. You take a look at the swing. Erik actually was able to throw his fastball by him.
Yes, sir. Right on the outside corner of ball and 2 strikes. Minnesota's a different team on the road than they are at home. They're 7-17 on the road, 21-12 at home. 2.5 games back of the Tigers in the American League Central. And a pop foul backing out of play off the bat of Morneau.
It's interesting so far. Erik just throwing fastballs to Morneau. Talking about it with Erik, one of the better breaking balls you're going to see. He hasn't thrown one to him yet.
An off day tomorrow. The Mariners will fly cross country to Baltimore. There's one right there, and a good one. He just barely got a piece of it. It's one of his better yackers.
Yeah, you could see Morneau who's bailing out on that pitch and just barely able to get a piece of it.
And a fastball hit into left center field, and Senor Gutierrez over there to make the catch rather easily. Justin Morneau is an out, the second out, and Joe Crede will be the hitter. I think this is, even though they're 2.5 back, the club to beat in the Central, Minnesota. They're always right there.
They're going to be there because they don't beat themselves, along with having a solid pitching staff. They play the best defense in the American League, Dave. They just won't beat themselves, and they have a lot of speed. You mentioned that their record's home and road. At home on the AstroTurf, they're a very good club with Span and Gomez and Casilla, guys like that can really run. Helps their offense.
And that breaking ball inside. You guys used to have a good record at the Kingdome, too, at home. Much more so than on the road. It'll be interesting to see what outdoor baseball does to this ball club next year.
Or maybe even the makeup of it, how they go about. I mean, obviously Maurer and Morneau, Kadire, those guys aren't going to go anywhere, but we'll see if maybe they have to change because of the outdoor ballpark that they're going to have to play in.
Crede, high pop up to straightaway right field, and Ichiro makes an easy catch. So no dice as far as any scoring is concerned here in the first for the Twins. We go to the bottom half of inning number 1. There is no score. To watch this final game of the homestand. And let's look at the Mariners lineup, Mike.
And for the Mariners today, it'll be Ichiro, Branyan, Beltre, Griffey, Lopez, Cedeno hit 6 today. Chavez, Burt back in the lineup, just recalled, hit 8, and then Gutierrez will hit 9. Take a look at the numbers for Slowey on the season, a 3.97 ERA, just 7 walks so far this year in the 68 innings pitched. He will throw a lot of strikes. And the defense behind him, Span, Gomez, and Kubel in the outfield. Across the infield, it's Creedy, Harris, Casilla, Kadire. Joe Mauer is behind the plate today.
That is amazing. Only 7 walks so far all year long as Ichiro steps in and sends the first pitch on a flight toward left field where Denard Span is to make the easy catch. So first pitch a strike, and Ichiro puts it in the leather of Denard Span out there. Did you like to hit against a guy that threw a lot of strikes?
Yeah, loved it.
You were always, you were going to get a strike to hit, in other words.
Well, I felt like I could be more aggressive. I wasn't going to chase too many pitches out of the strike zone because they don't throw many out of the strike zone. I think the biggest key to it, though, is I also felt like guys that throw a lot of strikes away. So you really have to think up the middle and hit the ball the other way off of them.
Russell Branyan is the hitter now and sends a high pop-up out of play.
And you can see with him, 88-mile-an-hour fastball. He'll top out around 90, but those first couple of pitches, again, away from the hitters, and that's what he'll try to do. And if he'll give up some hits. He's given up a lot of hits for the innings pitched he's had so far this year, Dave. But because he's able to pitch away, sink the ball, throw his slider, he gets a lot of ground ball outs, and those typically turn into double plays.
A little high. 1-1. Great crowd here today.
A lot of kids, a lot of little leaguers walking around the track before the game today.
Branyan takes a steep by 87-mile-an-hour fastball. Slider down low inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Slowey, 25 years of age. High and outside. So full count. Boy, Halladay trying to become the game's first 10-game winner to date for Toronto. Slowing trying to join him as a 9-game winner. That's a mile-high pop-up. And it's over another dugout and reaching in but unable to get it, Joe Mauer. Great try.
take a look at it. Mauer trying to find the fence. I don't know who his teammate is there, but he didn't get much help from him, that's for sure.
And another slider in on his hands and fouled away. Adrian Beltre with that sleeve, that leaded sleeve on the barrel of the bat on deck. Again, if you're going to throw strikes, you got to be ready, particularly 3-2. He's just not going to walk you.
He tries not to. The Mariners were fortunate enough in Minnesota when they faced him. They hit a couple of home runs, and I like what Russell's doing right now. He's pretty sure he's going to get a pitch around the plate anyway, so why not load up on it? The last one out in front just a little bit. Hit a hard line drive foul.
This will be the 9th pitch to Russell Branyan. And a high fly ball hit to center field and deep. Back Gomez to the track. The wall, fly away. Split the 405 right in the middle. And it's 1-0 Mariners on Branyan's 13th home run of the year. What an at-bat for Russell Branyan. Battling 3-2, 3-2, and then goes yard.
Russell hits it out to the deepest part of the ballpark, and you can see as this at-bat was moving on, he gets a lot of fastballs, and he just started unwinding on him, and finally he's able to catch up to a fastball up and right in the middle of the plate. It's a towering home run to dead center field.
A lot of his home runs are like that, towering moonshots. They are guesstimating that at 410 feet to dead center field. Meanwhile, Denard Span is just going back out into left field. He came into the bench. I think he came in to get some sunglasses as the clouds are beginning to break up here. Adrian Beltre, the hitter. Taking a strike, 0-1. That's one thing a control pitcher will do. He'll give up a lot of home runs, and that's 10 home runs that Slowey's given up.
It is. I like the at-bat that Branyan had. He was able to work it to a 3-2 count.
Line drive, base hit left field.
But Branyan was able to work himself into a 3-2 count and just started turning it loose on a lot of fastballs. We mentioned 88 miles an hour, and Slowey doesn't want to walk him. He gets one center cut and hits it out of the ballpark, and then Adrian jumps on a slider in the middle of the plate, hits it hard into the left field. And you have to think, with a guy that throws so many strikes, and the Mariners basically being an aggressive swinging club probably helps him out. Probably a difficult club for him to handle.
Well, Ken Griffey Jr., the hero yesterday, with that RBI double into the gap and left center field, scoring Ichiro, steps up to the plate. And taking high and outside, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 for 4 against Kevin Slowey. And a change that time. Down low. So he's not too used to too many 2-0 counts, I wouldn't imagine.
No. And I think, again, a lot of pitchers, you can get to him in the first couple innings. He's been a good one for the Twins this year. We mentioned 8-1, but his ERA a little bit high, and hitters actually are hitting over 300. And a lot of those hits probably coming early in the ballgame when he's still trying to figure things out.
And that's sinker right there. Speaking of Toronto, 4-0. Roy Halladay pitches a shutout against Kansas City, so he's a 10-game winner.
I believe he went all 9 in that game.
Change up high. Jose Lopez, you can see him right behind Junior on deck.
Get another 3-ball count for Slowey. See if Junior can get a fastball and lean on it.
And as rare as the Hope Diamond, a base on balls for Ken Griffey Jr. as it misses high and outside.
And with that walk, Joe Mauer will go out and have a conversation with Slowey. Slowey so far 17 pitches in the inning. So along with the home run by Branyan, the Mariners are making him work a little bit.
So only the 8th free pass of the year given up by Slowey. Boy, Halladay did go the route in Toronto's 4-0 win. His 12th career shutout through only 97 pitches, gave up 7 hits, not a walk, and struck out 6. That's a strike for my money, the best pitcher in baseball.
I would absolutely agree.
And a fly ball into left center. Yard will hold it. Gomez will make the catch there. Throw way off line. But Beltre holding down at second base. And Ronnie Cedeno getting his 3rd start at shortstop. So apparently Yuniesky Betancourt's pretty deep in a doghouse right now.
Cedeno getting a chance to play has really struggled at the plate so far. 61 at bats, but he's only hitting 148.
Anthony's. Too far inside, and we counted the ball and a strike. Threw a fastball right on by. Texas going to New York and through Boston and proving that they might be for real. They won last night. They're winning. They did win today against the Red Sox 6-3 at Fenway.
Again, the pitching of Texas, we know about their offense, but the pitching holding up in Boston to hold that lineup down to just 3 runs in Fenway Park.
One after pitch is probably a ball up and in. So Cedeno down on strikes. The Mariners get the long ball from Russell Branyan over the fence in dead center field. We go to the second. The Mariners on the bomb lead it 1-0. Mariners baseball on FSN is brought to you by Sterling Savings Bank, now more than ever. And by Les Schwab, celebrating over 50 years of pride in performance. We're moving to the second inning of play. Jason Kubel takes the breaking ball a little bit low and outside. Ball one ball and no strikes accounted. Again, the Clouds finally trying to break up here on this Sunday afternoon. 2-0 on Kubel. They put Kubel in there, left-handed batter against the left-hander, apparently thinking that he's better than Delman Young, who's a right-handed batter.
A little bit surprising with Kubel. He, so far in the year, hitting just 171.
Apparently a little inside there, ball 3.
Young not much better, 175. I don't think Eric was happy about that.
No, that looked like it was a strike.
In the middle of the plate, right at the top of the zone. Throwing a couple pitches looked like strikes.
3-1. Brandon stays right with it, runs it to the back. Following the Mariners-Padres game on Tuesday, the 23rd of June, the first 10,000 fans, when they leave, are going to take home a baseball featuring Edgar Martinez's signature, printed right on the sweet spot, sponsored by ING Direct. Exit through any of the 4 major gates to pick up this unique collectible. For tickets, visit Mariners.com. Good to see Edgar yesterday as he threw out the first pitch on the Salute to Latin American Baseball Day here at Safeco Field. Down low and inside to Michael Cuddyer. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Good change. Fastball back and out of play. Cuddyer, one of those kind of unheralded guys that gets in your craw from time to time. He plays pretty good outfield, pretty good arm, gets some clutch base hits, got 9 home runs.
Playing first base today. He can also play some third.
All back and out of play. Yeah, very versatile guy. You can move around.
You mentioned Davey. Typically he'll play right field for the Twins, but giving Morneau a day to DH, so he'll fill in at first. Yeah, I think too, when you have Mauer and Morneau in your lineup, you can accolades can only go around so much, and he ends up on the shorter end of it.
Out in front of the change, but got a piece of it.
Gives you an idea how good his changeup is. That one's 77 miles an hour, but his arm speed on it's really good. A pitch up in the zone. Typically, a hitter will be able to handle the changeup up there, but because Eric also has a fastball today, he's thrown inside to Cuddyer at around 93 miles an hour. Changeup, pretty effective pitch, even when he doesn't throw it exactly where he wants to.
Still a ball and 2 strikes. Jason Vargas will get the start on Tuesday against the Orioles at Camden Yards. And he's been outstanding every time he's gone out there. They're giving the Dart quite a battle.
Speaking of Erik Bedard, when you start thinking about the All-Star ballot and the pitchers and that kind of thing, what is more important, do you think, that the wins or the ERA?
Well, that's a good question. Probably fans looking at it. And a swing and a miss and a pitch over his head. The point of it is the managers pick the pitching staff.
Right.
So how many they win certainly would be a big point as far as popularity with fans are concerned.
I would agree.
However, when you get in a tight ball game, ERA I think probably has a lot to do with it. I think you look at ERA more in relievers than you do starters. I mean, your starters are only going to go 3. They're only allowed to go 3 innings anyway. In the All-Star game, strike across the letters.
Right. So for me, I think I personally would look more at ERA across the board on all of them. I mean, you have Slowey, 8-1 coming in today, but his ERA is almost 4. Eric's 4th in the league with an ERA of 2.3.
Right. Look at that jump. Wow, what a curveball that was. That's one that did drop off the table.
Yeah, it's one of the best in the business. And, you know, you take a look at this last pitch from Eric. Just snaps it off. It's Jamie Burke right in the glove. Didn't have to move it at all. But he also has 93 miles an hour, 92. That he can throw inside and pop one on you.
Like that.
He's been very effective. And I think this year, and I probably because he's healthy, he's pitched inside with his fastball a lot more. Makes it really tough on the hitters.
Another fastball. Up a little bit. Brendan Harris, a kid out of the Tampa Bay system, an 11-game hitting streak.
I wasn't here yesterday, but it sounded like Jared Washburn was terrific.
He was fabulous, just absolutely fabulous. And a sinking fastball, and he wanted that pitch.
Take a look at the trace of that pitch off the plate away.
Almost hit him. Again, trying that fastball in on him. He got it in on him all right. Too far in.
Take a look at that last fastball. Harris does a nice job of getting out of the way. I'm not sure how he was able to do that. It looked like that was going to catch him in the thigh for sure.
And boy, was he bad the fool on that, but he just barely got a piece of it.
Guys that are in that 3-2 count thinking they're going to get that fastball from Eric when he drops his breaking ball or his changeup on him. A lot of times they look like they're swinging underwater.
And the curve, and wow, I guess high and outside. A little high and outside. So heck of an at bat for Brendan Harris. Man, pretty good pitch to me.
I think it was definitely on the plate. C.B. Buckner must have thought it was high.
This is Carlos Gomez taking the breaking ball. No.
Eric so far in the first couple innings had to work hard. 41 pitches already for him.
Yeah. It'll catch up to you. And that badly misses ball 3 high and outside. Of course, with the events of the day, the Mariners designate Denny Stark for assignment. Calling up Burke. The Mariners have 3 catchers and only an 11-man pitching staff right now. 3-1.
That'll definitely put some pressure on the starters to go deep into the ball games. Talked about the bullpen and the amount of use those guys have received early in the season.
Out of play.
And I think at times we've noticed the amount of work those guys in the pen have had, and it's cost them a little bit. But where you're really going to see it is when you start rolling into the end of July and August. Those guys continue to get used a lot.
Runner will be going here. And the breaking ball misses outside. So back-to-back walks. Harris and Gomez. And Alexi Casilla will be the hitter. Casilla only a 190 hitter. He's never had a hit off Bedard. He's 0 for 6. Switch hitter. And all of a sudden he's missing badly.
46 pitches, 20 balls, just 26 strikes out of the 46 pitches.
28 pitches this inning. Too high. So Burke will run out there, and all of a sudden he's just lost his rhythm, lost his perhaps release point.
A lot of the pitches are high, leaving him up in the zone. Rick Adair, the pitching coach, will run out and have a chat with him.
He's already thrown 30 here in the second inning. Two-0 on light hitting Alexi Casilla, hitting only 190. If there's ever a guy to throw strikes to, this is the guy right here. So Bedard in a bit of a struggle with himself here in the second. And he misses down low. Ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Got an easy ground ball from Kubel. Struck out Kadire. But he's in jeopardy of walking 3 guys back to back to back, as he is behind Casilla 3-0. And barely gets the inside corner with that pitch. 3-1. Out of play.
Funny how it works sometimes. It's not because of a lack of effort or concentration, but I'm sure he was looking at the lineup today, as you just saw Gomez at first hitting 219 and now Casilla 190, and I'm sure the plan was just to be aggressive with these guys. The only way you can do that is to throw strikes and make them swing it.
So the 2 out there will be going now. And here comes the 3-2. Swing and a miss, and he swung at ball 4. That was high and outside. So thank you, Alexi Casilla. Here in the second. 2 big ones left out there, and the Mariners still have the 1-0 lead. Today from Seattle, Seattle Mariners baseball on FSN is brought to you by Taco Del Mar, home of the $4.99 Mondo Burrito. And by Lithia, a better car buying experience starts at Lithia.com. With Mike Blowers, I'm Dave Niehaus. We move into the bottom half of the second as Endy Chavez takes the slow pitch on the inside corner for a strike. 1-1 the count. Slowy in the first inning gave up the long ball to Branyan, but that was it as far as runs were scored. But the big news is he did issue a rare walk that coming to June. 0-2 the count on Endy Chavez. Not going to get a lot of strikeouts.
No, he's certainly not an overpowering pitcher at all. Really relies on just locating his fastball and being able to throw a changeup and a slider.
He play out there for Brendan Harris in shallow left field, maybe not so easy as he backed up on that ball and finally made the catch. Sky beginning to break up a little bit here. This year's bobblehead series has been getting rave reviews, and the next installment is set for Friday, the 19th of June. That's when the Mariners host the Diamondbacks. It's going to be Brandon Morrow bobblehead night for the first 20,000 fans. Thanks to UW Medicine and FSN. Jamie Burke taking his strike. You can visit Mariners.com/bobble for tickets. Jamie was hitting .353 with Tacoma. He got called up from Las Vegas. The Rainiers were in Vegas and got the call last night. So he's been a traveling man a little bit. And mighty happy to be back here.
Sure, it didn't bother him at all to have to travel back to Seattle and put the gear on today to catch this day game.
And a line drive base hit to left field. Welcome back, Jamie. That's got to feel extra special.
I don't think there's any question about it. Pretty disappointed when Quiros got the call earlier. And Jamie takes care of this 88-mile-an-hour fastball and hits it hard into left field.
And Gutierrez will be the hitter now. A man from Roseburg, Oregon, Jamie Burke. Real great guys in the game. Strike on the inside corner. Jamie's going to end up in baseball, I think, probably.
Lifer?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so. I mean, he's going to get an opportunity to manage at some point, I'm sure.
One on Gutierrez. Gutierrez has certainly come as advertised, I think, in the deal that Jack Zduriencik made. Gutierrez coming over from the Cleveland Indians. And with Brady hurt these days, I would imagine they could use Gutierrez.
Yeah, I'm sure that they can. I think, for me, the surprise was really the way he's played defense in center field, and it wasn't because I didn't think he was a good defender. I just didn't realize how good he actually is out there. Covers a lot of ground, has a really good arm, gets a tremendous jump on the ball.
Breaking ball for a strike on the inside corner.
You look at today offensively, he's been pretty solid, right at 270 in that area. 3 home runs on the year.
Grady Sizemore on the DL for the first time in his career.
This area is certainly familiar with Grady. And he plays hard, runs into a lot of walls.
Oakland leading Baltimore 3-0 in the third, going for the sweep of that series. It's been a tough road trip for Baltimore. Slow in, swing and a miss at a 84-mile-an-hour changeup.
Well, hopefully it'll remain that way with Baltimore. The Mariners will be there in Baltimore Tuesday night. They can take advantage of that. The Orioles struggling at this point.
Baltimore 16-13 at home, 8-19 on the road.
If they end up losing that game today to Oakland, that'll be 5 in a row for them if they've lost.
Ichiro, fly ball on the first pitch to left field, and he takes the delivery outside. A ball on the strike. Tuesday afternoon here at 4 o'clock. It'll be Vargas against Bergeson, right-hander Brad Bergeson. And a line drive center field. And the ball gets by center fielder Gomez, but not far enough. And wisely, Jamie Burke turns around and heads back to second. He had a notion.
Jamie thought about it. He actually slipped and almost fell down after he rounded second base, and at that point he just needed to get back to second, which he was able to do. Take a look at the base hit up the middle by Ichiro. Gomez came in. Looks like he looks up just a little bit to see if Jamie was going to try third, and he ended up missing it. There you go. A little indecision by Jamie, not realizing he was going to kick it around a little bit, but as you mentioned, Dave, not very far from him, just a couple of steps.
Russell Branyan turned a 9-pitch at bat into a home run over the center field fence last inning. Too high. And a fly ball hit off the end of the bat. That time into shallow left field. Span was fooled, but he makes up the ground and comes in and makes the catch. So a couple of hits, but both of them are left out there on the bases. And as we go to the third, it's still 1-0 Mariners. Garlic fries. Time to play our Aflac trivia quiz here this afternoon on a somewhat cloudy, somewhat sunny day. This is a Who Am I question. I was originally signed as an undrafted free agent in 1990 by Houston. He has only 12 career home runs with 6 major league franchises, 1 home run with the Mariners. He had 223 home runs, won 3 Gold Gloves and an MVP award while playing in Japan, currently playing in Korea, and he's 37 years old today. Who is he? I don't know. There's a bunt down the third baseline, picked up on the bare hand by Beltre, and he beautifully throws out Denard Span.
Just a terrific bunt by Span. Beltre coming in. The hardest part is get the angle right going to first base. A lot of time the ball will start running into the base runner and cause you some problems, and Adrian probably the best at making an accurate throw on this barehanded play, and you can see he's right on the money to Russell Branyan.
Always like to see this guy coming up there with the bases empty. Joe Mauer. Fly ball to deep left field, sent Chavez right to the warning track in the first inning. And a sweeping breaking ball down low. Speaking of birthdays, happy birthday today to Mark Lowe. He's 26 years of age out there in the Mariner bullpen. One on Mauer. have any idea who that guy is?
I'm trying to think about it. I mean,
and a line drive, one hopper. Cedeno throws him out. We understand that this guy was a Mariner in 2006. It's not that long ago, 3 years ago. Justin Morneau, a fly ball to left center field in first. Strike. Bedard seems to be back on track with his control.
Well, he's going to need some quick innings. 56 pitches. Pretty quick out here. He's in fine shape here in the third. It's a little bit high on this pitch count, but put a couple of those together, he'll be all right. Get right back in line.
Yeah, kind of get back where he should be.
Right.
Just a little high right now. 20 pitches and innings, too many. Morneau taking the breaking ball. Man, that was close.
That's a good pitch.
Right on the border there. Lined into right field for a base hit. Maybe extra bases as Ichiro goes over to cut it off. It will not be an extra base hit as Morneau, respecting the accuracy, the velocity of the arm of Ichiro, will hold with a 2-out single.
We talked about Morneau hitting .405 against left-handers. I think you have to give him a lot of credit right there. He lays off a tough breaking ball on an 0-2 pitch and then gets a fastball up and in and hits it hard into right field.
Creedy takes a change. Beautifully thrown. Just inside. And a changeup again popped up. Going to be playable, I believe. Berkey almost goes all the way in. Great try. It is not really playable.
It was a great effort by Jamie Burke. Looked like maybe he even went off the end of his glove, reaching in as far as he could reach. Hits the railing. You can see it go right off the edge. But he caught the padded rail in the midsection. Adrian will help him out, keep him from falling into the dugout. Brendan Harris running up the steps, trying to keep Jamie from getting hurt.
Two and two. And a curveball that time, but he stays alive. We would have thunk it. 27 games, almost half the games decided by one little run. And a strike on the change right over the outside corner. That will end the inning. A hit. Morneau left over at first base. We come back to tell you about the bottom of the third. Mariners still up 1-0.
Mariners baseball on FSN. The Tracer is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
And welcome back to Safeco Field. That one long ball. Russell Brannion's home run over the center field fence. So far, the difference in the ball game is Adrian Beltre starts it off here in the third. And hits it foul down the left field line. Great crowd, around 36,000 or so. When the Mariners return home, they will have National League competition, the Diamondbacks and the Padres. And a fly ball hit right down the left field line, but hooking. And hooking foul by about 10 feet.
And slow, he's throwing 2 off-speed pitches. You're pulling them both foul.
One and two. Very shortly, we will be giving you the answer to our Aflac trivia question. And if you got this, I'll put in with you.
I would have never guessed it, I can tell you that.
And a swing and a high pop back and out of play right underneath a rather angry looking cloud. 1 and 2 on Beltre. Good eye. .66 degrees at game time. And a little fly ball popped into shallow right field. Got a shot to drop. It will. So Beltre 2 for 2 now as he hits one off the hands right into right field for a base hit. Okay, let's give you the answer to our Aflac trivia question. All kinds of clues. And if you came up with it, congratulations. Undrafted in '90 with Houston. 12 career home runs, 6 different major league teams, one with the Mariners, 1 hit, 233. If you remember this guy, Roberto Pettigini, I remember him.
So do I.
But barely.
I don't remember him with the Mariners, though.
Oh, I remember him with the Mariners. Junior takes a strike on the inside corner. Hit 223 home runs, won 3 Gold Gloves, and MVP award upon playing in Japan. That's almost an unfair question, to tell you the truth.
I agree, since neither one of us even had a guess. I'm with you on that.
Curtis had to do that before he left for the weekend, didn't he?
I'm sure he's laughing at us right now.
Roberto Pettigini.
First baseman, right?
Yeah.
Play first base.
Junior got a fastball. On this date, Junior's home runs. Adam Wainwright, local kid, he got number 576 off of on this date. And Junior, a bullet but foul. Nice catch.
Really nice play.
First time the Mariners have had the leadoff man on in any inning. Line inside, 1-2. Outfield respecting Junior's power. They're very deep all the way around. Slowy is Slowy with men on base.
Yeah, well, he and Eric both are taking their time when they get runners out there. Be deliberate.
And a high pop up, and he got it on the end of the bat. So Casilla takes care of that. Jose Lopez hitting only 227. He's got about 60, 70 points to pick up on that batting average before the season's over, and I think he'll do it.
I think you'll run into another hot streak. He definitely went through that one period where he slumped badly. He had his average up over 270 in the 280 range. He's come up with some big hits, 29 RBIs.
Changed by him, 1-1 the count. That breaking ball is down low. No pitches in the 50s in their pitches. Neither went real sharp here this afternoon, despite the fact it's only a 1-0 ball game.
Well, you look at it, the Mariners Had runners in scoring position in the first 2 innings, and now they have Adrian Beltre with a leadoff base hit. And the Twins, first couple innings, had runners in scoring position. Eric able to work out of that without giving up a run.
Into the gap it goes, into right center field, so Beltre to second. He'll make the turn to third, I believe. He's around third. There will be no relay to the plate. The Mariners lead it 2-0. Jose Lopez into the gap with an RBI double. Perfectly shot into the gap out there.
Well, maybe this is the time that he's going to start heating up, Davey. It's a nice line drive into right center field. Gets his 30th RBI on the season. Adrian Beltre from first, running hard the whole way. You see Adrian coming around. Scores easily on the play.
So let's see if they can't follow that up by picking up Lopez here with Ronnie Cedeno. Slow curve that time. It's down low and inside, only 73-mile-an-hour changeup. Back with a fastball and then pops him up. So just in foul territory, Michael Cuddyer takes care of that. 2 away. We invite you to tune in for AAA baseball tomorrow night from the Rose City. The Portland Beavers taking on the Reno Aces in a PCL showdown. Live coverage from PGE Park in Portland begins at 7 p.m. right here on FSN and FSN HD. Andy Chavez popped to short in the second. Change right there.
Saw Slowey throwing a lot of fastballs in the first couple innings, and in this inning comes out throwing a slider and changeups, not many fastballs. So he's trying to switch things up a little bit.
And another one. Went from 73 to 81. Down low that time. Started out with 3 straight changes.
Really switched his pattern up from the way he started the game. I'm sure he has to do that quite a bit. His fastball is only 88 miles an hour.
And there it is, and he pops him up at 88 miles an hour into shallow right field, where Alexi Casilla takes care of it. The Mariners tack on 1. They lead 1, and as we go to the 4th, they lead it 2-0.
2-0 game. We've had some interesting developments here. Safeco Field, slow pace game, but the Mariners have a 2-0 lead behind Eric Bedard against the Minnesota Twins. Both teams have won 2-1 games the last couple of nights, or a night and an afternoon. Dave Sims joining in with Mike Flowers, and good to see Russell Brandon. He gets tremendous height and distance on his home runs.
He just hits towering home runs and hit this one out to dead center field, 410 feet away. Jumping on Slowey in the first, back in the first inning to get him a lead, 1-0. But I think the biggest story right now for me is Eric Bedard. 67 pitches already, and we're just into the third inning. Yeah. He's going to have to get a couple of quick innings if he wants to stay in this ball game. Because right now the Twins have certainly made him work awfully hard.
His last inning, the third, was not quite as bad. So we look at Kubel, take a ball. Now it's got a 1-2 count leading off the fourth. But 18 pitches in the first, 33 in the second. They did come back with 11 in the third. That 33 is that's a disturbing number. The 1-2 to Kubel.
I will say this, you probably noticed it over on the radio side too, that C.B. Buckner, the home plate umpire, isn't helping Eric out at all.
And he's going to have to make an adjustment. You would be correct. Down low. You see Jamie Burke back. Sorry to see Denny Stark go. The catching situation was such that the club needed help and needed help immediately. Berkey checks in with a base hit, so that was good to see. 3-2, breaking ball. That misses. Kubel's aboard. That is the third walk by Eric Bedard. Hey, the Mariners and Diamondbacks, they're going to face off Saturday, June 20th. First 15,000 fans receive a Ken Griffey Jr. t-shirt thanks to Trader Joe's. You don't want to miss this giveaway featuring one of the most popular players in Mariners history. Visit Mariners.com for your tickets. Michael Kidd-Dyer, what a battle he and Bedard had back in the second inning. Fouled off 4 or 5 pitches. Finally struck out. Last time out for Bedard, he was able to snap that curve off. And he's got the 2 variety of curveballs. Almost any time you need him for a strike. Today, not the case.
Still has a good one, you're right, but his command of it hasn't quite been there.
Two 2-0 Mariners. There's another example. 2-0. Bedard coming into this game 2-0. Won his last 2 starts at 1.38 ERA. Took out Baltimore, won at Oakland. Now he's gone 3-0 to Kidd-Dyer. As we take a look at the Firestone leaderboard, the American League ERA leaders, and some big numbers being put up. Zach Greinke, Edwin Jackson, boy, I really like him. He's got a 2.16. Jared Weaver's pitching well. Bedard at 2.37. And Roy Halladay won his 10th game today.
Now we're talking about that complete game.
We will see the Toronto Blue Jays starting July 27 here in Seattle. 3-0 to Kidd-Dyer. They get 3-1. Mariners 1 trip to Toronto, not until late September. On deck hitters, Brendan Harris, the shortstop. Nobody out, runner on, the 3-1, swung on it, fouled away. That's the kind of curveball he was throwing for strikes the last 2 starts.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think he's still going to it. And you mentioned his ERA is 4th in the league in ERA. A big reason why is he's able to throw his breaking ball when he's behind in the count, have the ability to throw that for a strike. And today it's been a little bit more of an effort for him, and that's why you see the 3 walks and a lot of 3-ball counts for him in this game. And now his pitch counts up to 76 pitches for him.
Here's a 3-2 to Kidd-Dyer. Swung on it, fouled off again. Heck of a win yesterday by the Mariners. 2-1. Jared Washburn. Another strong outing.
Just terrific. And again, out there pitching without any run support.
What's a guy got to do?
Well, you know what? He's been terrific about it.
Yeah,
with
really
all the interviews and everything else. But I don't care who you are. It has to eat at you. It just has to. He's having a terrific year, and he can't get any W's.
3-2 pitch. Strike three called. Cuddyer is gone. Fourth strikeout for Bedard. One out here in the fourth. Second time Cuddyer is K'd. This time looking. First time swinging.
It's just a simple fastball. Looks like it's right in the middle of the plate. Cuddyer maybe thinking that pitch was down. But Eric's getting the call on that one.
Well, you're right, though. Being competitors, I mean, you want those wins. I mean, if you're, and give Jared a lot of credit for being a pro, not, get nuts about it, but inside, darn well, I'm sure when he's driving home, there's some runs. There's some runs.
Well, I would think that would be the case because I know that's the way I would feel about it. I would. I mean, I'm sorry, but
no. I totally understand.
Yeah.
You'd be nuts if he didn't.
Right. I mean, there's his numbers from yesterday again, just the one earned run.
Boy, he has pitched some terrific baseball. What a turnaround. There's a strike on Harris. Couldn't hold up. 0-2. The other part of that story about Washburn too, even before he came here, his last year or so with the Angels,
right,
didn't get run support. So it's been a long run for him. Texas has won today. Angels have lost. Angels got a Sean Figgins leadoff home run. We're up 3-0, then lost. Detroit came back with some runs late in the game. Well stroked deep center field. Long run for Gutierrez. He's right there, right before the track. 2 down. Ball jumped.
He does a lot of things right out in center field. Fundamentally, you can see him on that one, even though it's to the track. Make sure he gets back there. He has a strong throwing arm. In fact, all the Mariner outfielders do. But for him, he's always in position and being ready to throw. He knows there might be the possibility of that runner at first tagging up on him. He doesn't give him that option because what the runner is going to do is read what the outfielder is doing. And because he gets himself in good position all the time, he rarely has to throw anybody out because they don't even try.
He's got 1 assist and 1 error on the season. And ranks high in all the new defensive statistics are out. He is up at the upper echelon. 2 outs and a strike now to Carlos Gomez. Franklin Gutierrez has been the crown jewel. Jack Zarenzegura. Here's a line drive left field. Andy Chavez coming in. He'll cut it off. They'll hold the runner Kubel, not a fast runner, hold him to second base. So a base hit for Gomez. And the Twins with 2 outs have 2 on.
Take a look at it. Probably with Gomez's speed, he ends up at second base. But Kubel can't go from first to third on it. Chavez, I don't know if there's anybody that does a better job. Maybe Denard Span here with the Twins in left field as far as cutting that ball off down the line and getting it back in quickly. Both of them really good throwing arms. Help their pitchers out a lot.
Pitcher's ballpark. You know the boys love that. 9-hole hitter Casilla. Ball 1. Casilla back with the ball club again. Had a tough first month. Wound up sending him out. Wasn't hustling. Letting his hitting woes get to him. He's back now. And on the ground to Beltre. So he'll get Kubel. Kubel will just say, hey, you got me. What are you going to do? Nice play by Beltre. Inning over. 2-0 Mariners.
Baseball on FSN is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment and dining destination.
Hey, Little League Day here at the ballpark, Safeco Field. A lot of beautiful young faces here, young and old. Glad to have you with us. Good crowd. They're upwards of 35,000, and I would say probably even a little bit more than that today. Mariners wrapping up a homestand. Wrapping up this series with the Minnesota Twins. Both teams have won by counts of 2-1. And now here's Jamie Burke to lead it off. 8-9-1 here in the 4th inning. Strike one. Jimmy Burke, base hit to left his first time up. With Rob Johnson beaten up. I saw Rob today leaving the clubhouse. He was coming out of trainer's area. He said, you look like you are heading to an audition with a new Yankee Doodle Dandy poster, because he was hop, drag, hop, drag. He could barely move that foot. And the thing was interesting. He said the kid that hit him at the collision at the plate 2 nights ago, he says, I'm glad he tried to run me over and not try to slide into me. Jamie Burke, line drive right to Creedy, 1 out.
Why was that? Because of his foot?
Yeah, because the foot is ugly. The ankle, he's got the ankle, the left ankle, and then the foot is all messed up with ligaments and everything. So if he had slid in, he said, we're looking at a major problem. So he didn't mind the contact, although he said my left arm, the upper body, said the arm went numb for a few seconds because it was a pretty good pop he took. Here's Gutierrez, struck out on a 2-2 pitch. How about Slowey? He's walked 1. That's only the 8th walk all year. Isn't that unreal?
Well, it's not surprising if he was going. Why see the first pitch strikes for him? Well, if he was going to walk somebody, it probably would be Junior.
Breaking ball popped up infield. Creedy's right there. Quick 2 outs. Top of the order, Ichiro coming up. Next, U.S. Bank Mariners matinee. It's set for Thursday, June 25th. Mariners conclude a 3-game set with the Padres. It's a special afternoon start time of 1:40. So get your tickets at mariners.com. Mariners leave tomorrow. First East Coast foray. 3 games with Baltimore, then to Colorado, then to San Diego. And then the next road trip's at the Dodgers, at the Yankees, at the Red Sox. Here's Ichiro, 1 for 2, single to centers last time up. Kevin Slowey, 8-1, a 3.97 ERA, and over his last 5 starts, he's got 4 wins and 1 no decision. He's pitched a 2.43 ERA in that stretch. Ichiro got that batting average up 355. He's having an outstanding year and has really been stinging the ball lately. Third in the American League entering today, way outside. Ball 3. Starting today, only Jason Bartlett and Miguel Cabrera who are ahead of him. Bartlett, of course, is out for a little bit in Tampa Bay. Three and 1. 2 outs in the 4th. David Slowey defeated the Mariners back in early April. Here's what he's done the last 5 years. Just prolific. And Ichiro is aboard. Second walk issued today. But look at the Ichiro production over the last 5 years. Outstanding. Getting older, and the numbers just keep on coming.
So many infield hits this year. That's why his average is up around 354.
Yeah, he's got 24 of those. He is something special. I believe that last hit, he had one of those deals where he would look like he was running in the box. Both feet were moving. Boom. Just smacking into center field.
Not the way you would teach it, but it works for him.
Brandon 1 for 2. High, majestic home run over the center field fence his first time up. Flying out to left the second time. Take a look. Look at the height and the hang time. Goes down and gets it. And it went 410 feet. He was a truly a majestic sight to see that baby get up there and lead. Here drives one here. That's a base hit to right field. Ichiro makes the turn. Here's a throw by Kubel. Not going to be in time. Ichiro to third. So the Mariners in business here with 2 outs. Runners at the corners. Russell Branyan a 2-for-3 day. He's liking that 2-hole. The Mariners are 3-1 with him batting in the second spot in the lineup.
And so far, Adrian Beltre's hitting after him. Likes hitting third. He's already 2-for-2. You see the last pitch. A little breaking ball right in the middle of the plate. Hit hard into right field.
See what Beltre can do. He's 2-for-2 with a run scored. Single to left, single to right. That last at bat hit 2 long foul balls to the left side. Two 2-0 Mariners. Bottom of the 4th with 2 out, 2 on. Works Beltre inside for a ball.
Look at the numbers for Slowey coming into the game. One thing he's done is given up quite a few hits, and so far the Mariners have 7 hits in the game. I thought one of the big keys was going to be able to bunch them together if they were able to. Mariners so far 0-for-5 with men in scoring position in this game.
Beltre in position to change that number. Fouls one back, 1-1. Boy, what a good hack. Beltre with the 2 hits today is now 9-for-23 on the homestand. .391 clip. Here's the 1-1. 2-1. Trying to work him inside these last 2 pitches. One thing you know about Beltre, if he can get something he can handle on the outside portion, he can drive it a long way, and there's a lot of room here at Safeco Field, right center field alley. Kevin Slowey out of Conroe, Texas, lives in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball in there, got the inside corner, says CB Buckner. 2-2. Beltre didn't cotton to that one. Slowey a year ago, 12-11, a 3.99 ERA. First stint with the big club was 07. 13 games, he went 4-1. Ichiro at third, Branyan at first. The 2-2 pitch to Beltre. Hitting. Bases are loaded for Ken Griffey Jr.
Well, Dave, you mentioned that Slowey not particularly sharp today either. Only 7 walks in the season coming into the game. Already 2 walks and now a hit batter. Missed badly with that fastball inside to Beltre.
So that's got to put something over the plate for Junior. Junior with a walk and a pop out to second today. Outstanding numbers, not surprising. Ken Griffey Jr. with the bases loaded. Rick Anderson, the pitching coach. UW graduate. How about R.A. Dickey, Robert Allen Dickey, the Tennessean, throwing in the bullpen for the Minnesota Twins. Kevin Slowey makes a reputation of being a tremendous control pitcher. He hit a big spot right here. 2 outs, bases loaded. Ken Griffey Jr. is going to be the hitter. Junior against Slowey, 1-for-5. Big crowd, a Sunday. Great crowd here at Safeco Field. And they will erupt. And Junior charges one here. This is strike 1. Junior with the game-winning RBI yesterday. Doubling to the left center field gap. That dad's well armed. I'm sure he's got the glove. He's got the camera. Check, check, and check. Here's the 0-1. All in a strike. Ken Griffey Jr. So Ichiro at third. You got Brandian at second. Adrian Beltre, who was just hit by a pitch, he's at first. Slowey's ready. Here's a 1-1 to Ken Griffey Jr. In there for a strike. 1-2. Jr. with a long, slow walk. Turn his back to C.B. Buckner. Fill in your own balloon bubble, cartoon bubble on that body language, what he is saying with his body to C.B. Buckner. One and two. Put it on the ground, put it in play, but right to Casilla, hitting over. So the Mariners leave the bases loaded. They really tested Slowey with 2 outs. He gets out of it. It's 2-0 Mariners. Junior grounded out with the bases loaded, 2 down. And Erik Bedard has 85 pitches under his belt through 4 innings. Top of the order, Denard Span, Joe Mauer, and Justin Morneau.
And I think if you go back and look at it, you talked about the pitch count for Eric. Go back and look at it. It's been a stressful 85 pitches. Twins have had runners in scoring position in 3 out of the 4 innings that he's been able to work through. Hasn't given up a run, but he's had to throw a lot of pitches to get through those 4 innings.
Key word, stressful.
Yeah. Something that pitching coach Rick Adaro pay attention to. And Eric typically is right around 100 pitches anyway, so I would assume this would be his last inning.
Breaking ball outside to Denard Span. Bedard, his last 2 starts, 112 pitches, 108. But he went 6 2/3 and 6 1/3 in those 2 games. He is 2-1 now to Span. Span with a base hit in the first. There's a look at the starters comparison, Slowey and Bedard. Neither one as sharp as they generally have been. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball, that misses. There's a look at the work by Bedard. He's got 2 great hitters coming up, Mauer and Morneau. Just soon not have Span on base. However, a rally fry time after that 4th walk. You need a defensive rally right here.
Take a look at it. School bus driver here taking a break out today. Getting all our kids back and forth safely all the time. Lana's last day of the rally fries, so she's going to go out and take care of this. A lot of kids in the ballpark today. Thank you for taking care of them.
You're here. Trish Hennepin. Drives for the Seaholm Mariners. That's wonderful.
23 years driving a school bus.
That's some serious dedication.
A lot of patience.
Yeah. Joe Mauer 0 for 2. Span at first, a 2-run lead for the Mariners. Jamie Burke going out to talk with Eric Bedard.
Now you look at his splits right now. 92 pitches, 51 strikes, 41 balls for Eric. That's not something that we're used to seeing with him.
So you got John Wetland supervising quick hurry up for Miguel Batista. Mariners have the #1 ERA in the American League. Right now, Bedard, not his usual sharp self. 2-0 to Mauer. 2-1. Mauer 0 for 2. Ground a fly out to left and ground out to shortstop. The 2-3 hitters have done for both clubs. Mariners right now have the better of it for this moment. 2-1. Span gets back. He's 12 out of 16 in base stealing. He's a nice player too. Remember last year he came in. Who is this guy? We figured out after one day he can play.
He's a good player. I think he surprised the Twins too.
Yeah. He's got that lead sort of like Sean Figgins.
They had Delman Young on the club, and he was the big prospect. You got that. I'm sure they thought was going to get all out of the playing time, and Span has won the job.
Ron Gardner does a good job to keep everybody involved because today he gives Morneau a break as a DH, gets Dyer at first, and still keep Kupel's bat in the lineup too. Twins at 28-29. The Mariners at 27-29. Big 2-2 pitch to Joe Mauer. Line drive, base hit, right field. Span's flying. He's going to get third easily. Mauer taking a big turn. Here's the throw to second. He's in safely with a double. So Joe Mauer and the Twins now with nobody out here in the fifth, mounting a charge against Eric Bedard. Just what you did not want. Span on board with Mauer and Morneau coming up.
Mauer, for a big man, 6'5", runs well. See this ball go over into right center field. Gutierrez is able to keep it from getting to the warning track. Mauer with enough speed to get into second.
Here's a New Westminster, British Columbia native, Justin Morneau. Coming up, interviewed him for the radio pregame show, and he said that growing up there, he was a catcher and a goalie. Patrick Waugh is his favorite goalie. Ball one. You know, the 2006 AL MVP won the home run hitting contest last year at Yankee Stadium. Nobody out, runners at second and third. Breaking ball knocked down by Lopez. A run's going to score. They do get the out. It's a 2-1 ball game. As Morneau picks up his 52nd RBI. Mauer moves over to third.
And that's exactly the reason why they decided to keep the infield back up a couple of runs. If the guys are playing up, that probably gets through the infield. Both runs would score. Bring the infield up now.
There's Joe Crede. Creedy, the former White Sox third baseman. One out, runner at third, swing and a miss. Creedy fly out to right, and he got caught looking.
And the Twins today now 0 for 5 with men in scoring position.
Here's the 0-1. In there for a strike. Pitch number 99 for Eric Bedard. 33 pitch second inning did not help him, and he still got out of it. No runs, no hits, and left 2. Creedy fly ball right field. Ichiro's got to get on. This should be interesting. Mauer can run. Here's the throw. He airmails it all the way in. Not in time. We got a 2-2 ball game. So Morneau and Creedy deliver RBIs for Minnesota. We got a brand new ball game.
The ball just hit too deep for Ichiro. Makes a good throw, but Mauer's able to get in there. We were talking about his speed earlier.
Creedy, nice job on an 0-2 pitch. Did what he had to do. Put it flag, got it in the air. Top of the order clicks for Minnesota. Tie the score. They appeal back to third. Mauer left in time. Kubal's no bargain either. He's grounded out to first and walked. Kubal's 0 for 7 with a walk in this series. Drive to center field. Gutierrez has it covered, and that'll do it. Twins tie it on an infield ground out by Morneau and a sac fly by Creedy. Start all over again. It's 2-2.
Tracer is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Time for the home fifth here at Safeco Field. 2-2 ball game after the Twins put 2 on the board. Top of the inning, Morneau with a infield ground out for an RBI. Creedy a sacrifice fly. So now the Mariners are going to send up Lopez, Cedeno, and Chavez. Don Wakamatsu having a discussion with home plate umpire C.B. Buckner. He's going to go out to talk to Jerry Davis, the crew chief. Jerry working second base today. I wonder what this is all about. Don Wakamatsu talking to Ty Van Berkeley, his bench coach.
Strange.
Everybody seems to be in agreement, whatever the issue may have been. play on. Jose Lopez to lead off. RBI double back in the third. Fly out to center field in the first. Swing and miss and a breaking ball. Lopez, team RBI leader. He's got 30. Mariner runs today. A Russell Branyan home run in the first inning. And Lopez's third inning RBI double. Ball and a strike down to Lopez. There's ball. I'm told that the bullpen phones aren't working, so everybody knows. You know semaphore? Maybe some old Navy guys. There's a drive to deep left field. That ball is gone. A home run, Jose Lopez. Mariners back on top 3-2. Lopez's sixth home run, his second RBI of the day, gives him 31 on the season. They likes that 5-hole.
Well, you had to feel eventually he was going to heat up. His average is down for him, and so far, a couple of base hits in the game. The encouraging part, both of them for extra bases. Take a look at the swing of Jose Lopez. That's a pretty good swing. Fastball up and in. Pulls his hands inside.
Well, the Mariners get the lead back 3-2. Ronnie Cedeno's the hitter right now. Boy, Lopez driving it. 381 feet. Push bunt. Got a chance. Got a chance. He's in. Ronnie Cedeno with a base hit. And Cedeno, for him, that breaks. And 0 for 19. There's Ron Gardenhire out. I'm sure he's going to have something to say about the fact that Cedeno was running on the infield grass.
Didn't affect the play at all. Cedeno, nice push bunt. The key to it is get it by the pitcher and make the second baseman have to field it. Garcia, pretty good defensive second baseman, struggling hitting, but a good defender, and tried to come in and make the barehanded play to get Cedeno, but wasn't able to do it.
Your point's well made, though, about it didn't affect the play.
No. He's pointing to the batter's box, thinking maybe he was out of the box when he bunted the ball.
Gardenhire, former Met infielder. Take a look at this.
Watch Cedeno. Well, that's fine. He's in good shape there. There's nothing wrong with that. Nice bunt.
Gardenhire, 4 division championships under his belt. Registers a complaint to no avail, but Cedeno, he's on now with nobody out. Here's Chavez. Pops it up. Mauer finds it. Good athlete. 1 out. Chavez can't get the job done.
He looked to me like he was bunting for a base hit the whole way, wasn't sacrificing. Take another look at it. Chavez is a good bunter. We've seen that this year.
Oh, man, he knew he was done, too. Jamie Burke, single to left, lined out to the third baseman. Jamie called up today, catching situation. Embattled right now with injuries. Kenji Jojima out. Rob Johnson pretty much beaten up. Leg, ankle injuries. Geronimo Quiros, he took a lot of bumps and bruises yesterday. So now the Mariners carrying 3 catchers on the roster. Look at the out distribution. Fly ball pitcher Kevin Sloan. Giving up 2 home runs today. Branyan and Lopez.
Already Dickey up throwing again in the Twins bullpen.
The last knuckleballer. The last 2 years have changed. Mariners facing the knuckleballers. NRA for better part of it.
Not that I can think of.
Runner goes, pitch out, Mauer throw in time, got him.
How about Wakefield? Have you seen Wakefield?
We saw Wakefield once, I think, a little bit this year. I'll double check. 2-4 caught stealing Cedeno. He's now 1 for 3.
You see the pitch out. Late jump by Cedeno might have been a hit and run. Nothing that Jamie Burke can do about that on a pitch out. Just a good call by Gardenhire.
Looks to strike, 1-1. A run in, 2 outs, nobody on. Out straight back. We did not see Wakefield this year. Saw him a few times last year. So he was the last knuckleballer the Mariners saw. 3 runs in 15 innings last season, Tim Wakefield. So he's the last knuckleballer that the Mariners have faced. 1-2 to Berkey. Misses away. Driven to left, going back, Span. He's at the track, feeling for the wall. Jamie Burke with a home run! Jamie Burke with his first home run in a while. This in his second stint with the ball club. How about that on a 2-2 pitch?
Looked like Span maybe was going to have a shot at it. I don't think he was aware of where the wall was. Jamie Burke takes him all the way to the fence. High fives all around. Take a look at the swing by Jamie. Stays behind it nicely. Pitch right on the inside corner. See Mauer set up inside, two-seamer.
Jamie Burke, one of the all-time nice guys. Couldn't be happier for him, and it was on my radio. We're in radio. He was my pick to click. I got one today. How about that? 4-2 Mariners. For him, just called up. He just drove up from Tacoma, our Coors Light freeze can. Berkey with 2 hits today, and it goes deep here, Mike.
Yeah, I thought, again, he hit it really high. It was a nice swing he puts on that two-seam fastball inside. You can see Span just kind of runs into the wall. Didn't try to jump for it at all, and Jamie ends up getting the home run.
Berkey's first big league home run as we look at our Coors Light freeze cam. His first big league home run since April 9 of last year at Tampa Bay. And Jose Lopez, he started this inning with a home run on a 1-1 pitch. And and Burke goes deep on a 2-2, and they chase Kevin Slowey. Robert Allen Dickey, most recently a Mariner. There are his numbers. He'll face Franklin Gutierrez with 2 outs, 2 runs in.
Slowey now with 12 home runs on the year. The Mariners have 5 of them. 5 of the 12.
Last knuckleballer. The Mariners faced Tim Wakefield last year, the Boston Red Sox. But Lopez and Branyan had gotten Slowey in early April back in Minnesota. Strike 2. Gutierrez today, strikeout, pop out to Creedy at third base. Tried to sneak a fastball by him. Never forget last year, spring training ending in Las Vegas, and R.A. Dickey had thrown some really good ball during spring training, and they told him that you're not going north with the big club, and boy, that was tough to see. Part of the business. But he bounced back really well.
I think especially because because of what you said, he pitched so well, they felt like he was going to make the club. So a little bit shocked by that news.
R.A. played his college baseball at the University of Tennessee. Dave Niehaus helped him get together with Hall of Famer Phil Niekro. And R.A. also done a lot of work with Charlie Huff. Ball and 2 strikes. To center field. Gomez is there. That will do it. But here in the 5th inning, the Mariners play yard ball. Jamie Burke, the second of 2. After Jose Lopez led off with a home run, it's 4-2 Mariners. This youngster enjoying the Mariners' 4-2 lead over the Minnesota Twins. Eric Bedard's day. He's done after 5 innings. Threw 101 pitches. Not as sharp as we've seen him his last couple times out.
No, if you take a look at his numbers, he ends up with the 4 walks, threw a lot of pitches. 101 to get through the 5 innings. 59 strikes. 42 balls for Eric. Battled his way through it, and again, I don't think home plate umpire C.B. Buckner helped him out at all. See, pitch speeds for him topped out at 94 today.
Home run hitting has been outstanding today for the Mariners. Branyan, Lopez, and Burke. New pitchers Miguel Batista. There's McGill's line. His 21st game. Got a good record. 5 holds. There's a drive to left field. Andy Chavez. A couple steps in. 1 down. And off the bat of Michael Kadire. So Bautista off to a good start here. What have you seen in terms of differences in Bautista from last year? 2 years ago was the club's leading winner, and then last year didn't go nearly as well.
I'm not sure if it's because he's out in the bullpen now, but I just feel that he's been more aggressive with his fastball than he was last year. You know, last year he's throwing a lot of cutters and trying to move the ball, sink it, cut it away from the right hander, more breaking ball type thing. And I just think he's throwing a lot more strikes and being more aggressive with his fastball.
You know, that was the thing, talking to a lot of people last year. Mel Stoudemire, guys in the team. Hey, dude, you throw 95, a good
with some movement.
With some movement, use it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I've seen this year. Good heat right there. 0-2 to Brendan Harris. Here's a look at Bautista turned in 44 games, 20 starts, 4-14 record.
I mean, you can see the biggest difference right there. 115 innings, picked 79 walks for him.
Oh, 2 to Harris with 1 down here in the 6th. Mariners lead it 4-2. 4 runs on 10 hits. 2 runs on 4 hits for Minnesota. Harris has walked and flied out the center today. Mariners led 2-0 through 4, and then Minnesota got 2 runs in the top of the 5th. Mariners answered in the bottom of that inning. Here's a drive to left center field. That ball is cranked. 1 hop off the fence. It's retrieved by Gutierrez, and a double for Brendan Harris. So Harris with his 9th double of the year.
Gets a fastball out over the plate. Gutierrez, the center fielder, was playing him out towards right center field. This ball obviously in left center, no chance to make a catch or a play on it. It's an easy double for Harris.
12-game hitting streak for Brendan. 1 out. That'll bring up Carlos Gomez. A walk and a base hit to left. Bunt popped up, foul. Strike 1. Garrett Olson starting to throw for the Mariners. David Archman getting the day off. Mark Lowe comes down to a closing situation. He'll get the call. Bouncing ball, Beltran. They'll hold the runner at second. Throw out Gomez. 2 down.
They're getting Olson ready for the top of the lineup. Span, Mauer, Morneau, Kubel, the first 5 for the Twins, all left-handed hitters.
Going to bring up the 9-hole hitting second baseman Alexi Casilla. Strikeout reached on a fielder's choice. Russell Branyan got the scoring started in the 1st inning with a home run. 3rd inning, 1 out. Jose Lopez doubled to right center field. That plated a run. 2-0 Mariners until the 5th inning. Morneau, an infield ground out. Pretty sac fly tied it. Then in the 5th, some fireworks as Lopez homered, as did Jamie Burke. Burke's first home run since April of last year. There's a strike. Beautiful day for baseball here in Seattle. Glad you could join us. Here on FSN and FSN HD. Goes around the country watching on MLB package. Home run by Jamie Burke, by the way, his 3rd career big league home run. Swing and a foul tip. 2-2. Mariners will have the top of the order coming out. Bautista trying to get him there. The 2-2.
Looks like he's staying with his two-seam fastball, running the ball away from Casilla.
Mariners 2 games under 500. Tremendous opportunity coming up on this road trip to get over break-even point. Three in Baltimore, 3 in Colorado, and 3 in San Diego. As you look at all 3 of those clubs, Baltimore starting today 8 games under 500. Colorado last place in the NL West. They are 9 games under 500. San Diego is 3 games under 500. Pitch misses. 3-2. Mariner fans making some noise here, looking for a strikeout here from Bautista. The 3-2 pitch. He's aboard with a walk. First and second, 2 outs, and now back to the top of this Twins order, Denard Span. Mariners and PACCAR, they've teamed up once again. For every RBI recorded this season, PACCAR is going to donate $100 to the Page Ahead Literacy, a nonprofit organization that provides new books free of charge to at-risk children in Washington. The Mariners thank PACCAR for their continued partnership in helping to enrich the lives of youth in the Northwest. Be the 5th hitter faced by Bautista. He's got 2 outs, 2 on. Strike 1 to Denard Span. Span with a base hit to center. Round out the 3rd, and he walked, came around and scored on the infield ground out by Justin Morneau. That was back in the 5th inning. Mariners by 2. Denard Span at the plate represents the lead run. Missed the way. Ball on the strike.
Harris out at second base is really trying to get a pretty big lead. His secondary lead is getting off there in pretty good shape. Twins, another club, fundamentally do a lot of things right, which includes running the bases.
That could be trouble. Indy coming in. Got it. Inning over. Indy Chavez, the speed in left field, makes the play. And the Twins leave 2 stranded. It'll be Ichiro, Brandon, and Beltran coming up. 4-2 Mariners.
Baseball on FSN is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, bringing you the Guns and Hoses charity boxing event June 11th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com.
3-home run day for the Mariners this afternoon, this beautiful Sunday. Glad you could join us, everybody. 4-2 in this finale against the Minnesota Twins. Branyan, Lopez, and Jamie Burke with home runs. Here's Ichiro to lead off the sixth. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. R.A. Dickey stays on for Minnesota, throws a strike to Ichiro. Ichiro 0-2.
This should be pretty interesting watching Ichiro up against a knuckleballer. Everybody talks about his bat control. Well, a big part of that is seeing the spin of the ball. Obviously, it's not spinning if you throw a good knuckleball up there.
Well, he swings. Mauer throws. Got him. Swung and missed.
I don't know if I can blame him for that. Mauer couldn't even catch it.
Boy, oh boy. I thought maybe he got a piece of it, and then obviously he didn't. He took off. Yeah, Joe.
Both of them whiffed it.
Joe didn't get a good look at that. One out in the sixth. Here's Branyan. 2 for 3 today. He had a long at bat back in the first inning. On the 8th pitch, he homered to straightaway center field, 410 feet away. Flied out to left and singled to right. He's got, when he swings and misses, you can't help but go, ooh.
You can hear it in the stands all the time. Take a look at the last swing.
This time he's facing R.A. Dickey, the 0-2 pitch. Rolled over on it. R.A. There's an underhand knuckleball to Dyer. 2 down. All right, get to go to a ball game today. Tough to beat, huh? 2 outs here in the 6th. Little League Day. Sun is out now, but when they were parading around today, it was very cloudy, but it didn't seem to affect anybody. They were really enjoying it. Walk around the warning track, this great ballpark. Adrian Beltre, 2 hits today. Single to left, single to right, and he was hit by a pitch. 2 for 2, the run scored. Nice hop for Creedy. Mariners are gone 1-2-3 in the 6th, holding a 4-2 lead. Little League Day here at Safeco. Safeco Field. Get to see what the big boys do. Good to have all the kids here on hand. 4-2 Mariners. And our Banner Bank building to the future. Mark Lowe over his last 5 appearances. Look at these numbers. 2 hits, no earned runs. 2 strikeouts, a couple of walks. Not allowed an earned run to 20 of his 26 games this season. He's 26 years old today. Happy birthday, Mark Lowe. You see him the other day taking BP with the helmet on, the 300 helmet?
No.
It was bizarre. As we look at Garrett Olson, the third pitcher for the Mariners today. Batista throws an inning, gives up a hit and a walk after Bedard went 5. 2 runs, both earned, 4 hits, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 101 pitches. Olson brought in to get these 2 M&M guys here, Mauer and Morneau. Joe Mauer doubled to right center field his last time up. Strike 1.
Did Mark get any hits with that helmet on?
I don't think any I could report. There's Mark up and getting ready. 0-2 now to Joe Mauer.
Those helmets are pretty heavy, aren't they?
Hey man, that big one with the big black plume is a good 20 pounds. And the silver one I think that Archman uses, carries around with them, that's about 10 or 12. That's their rallying cry, that movie 300. Low sod. Still get a kick out of their military walk out to the bullpen every day, led by John Wetland. Always on the outside left flank.
They always have those helmets up on the little overhang that they have out there. There you go.
Part of the mindset of the boys. That's the third one. See, that's a new one there. That's when Archman said he was mail ordering one. That just came in there. Jeez. The 1-800 metal people would like to get a piece of that, huh? Send in your gold, send in your metal. 1-800.
They keep them shined up pretty good too.
Yes, they do. Well, covering a neck brace, boy, you get a particularly wild pitcher. That might. Krukey could have used that against Randy Johnson a few years ago in the All-Star game. He and Larry Walker. 0-2 strikes to Mauer. Yeah. Two balls, 2 strikes. Mauer, Morneau, and Creedy. 2-3-4 here in the 7th. Two-time American League batting champion Joe Mauer.
Twin hitters have made the Mariner pitching staff work today. It's already be the 7th pitch for Mauer. Too many easy outs.
Especially this part of the order. Keeps him in the ballpark. Indy Chavez right there. 1 down. Big out. All right, South Everett Little League is here. We say, fellas.
What do you think, second baseman?
Yeah, probably turns a nice double play.
Yeah.
Oh, good pitch by Olson. Fooled Morneau. Strike 1. It's Minnesota Ball Club. 5th in batting, tied for 4th, beg your pardon, entering today. 273 average, tied with Tampa Bay behind Toronto, the Yankees, and the Angels. And also tied with the Red Sox. Pretty good company. Another fine pitch by Garrett Olson. 0-2.
Now Morneau guessing fastball in the first 2 pitches.
Four runs on 10 hits for the Mariners. 2-5-0. Twins. He got him on 3 pitches. The 2006 American League MVP. He's gone. 2 down.
Look at the last pitch to Morneau. Up in the middle of the plate, just threw it by him after a couple of breaking balls, a little behind that pitch. 92 miles an hour.
Joe Crede fouls one off. Joe with a sacrifice fly his last time up. Brought in the second Minnesota run in the fifth. Mariners the #1 ERA team in the American League. You got the #1 ERA, but then the batting fourth from the bottom. If they could just jack that up a little bit.
And with as good as the pitching's been, you look at their fielding too. They're at the bottom of the league, which is really surprising.
Very much so. The very bottom. Entering today with 45 errors. There's your ERA. 45 errors, the most in the AL. 3-1. The base hit upfield. Joe Crede is first to the day. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Washington Lottery's Match 4. AL West, LA jumped out on top early, but Detroit came back some late runs in the 8th inning. And Texas, Vicente Padilla, the winner in that game at Boston. Oakland takes out Baltimore 3-0. Jason Kubel 0 for 2 with a walk. Down low. Mariners have done a heck of a job on this guy. 0 for 8. These 3 games. Came in having driven in 6 runs on Thursday night. Two and 1 now from Garrett Olson. The 2-1. Olson. So lost a little rhythm here. It's 3-1 to Crede, gave up a base hit. Now he's 3-1 to Kubel. Important pitch. Not a big lead by Crede. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. 3-2.
Again, it looked like he surprised Kubel on a fastball up in the zone. Guerrero get his fastball up around 93 miles an hour. This last one 91, but it's up. You can see Kubel swing right underneath it.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner on. Popped up, playable. Second baseman Lopez being called off by Ichiro, and Wynn got a hold of that one, and H came in and got it. Nice hitting by Garrett Olson. Shuts down Minnesota to the home 7th, a 4-2 Mariner lead. Traffic Safety Commission with a reminder, click it or ticket day and night. Beautiful Sunday afternoon, everybody. Hope you're enjoying it. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the FSN crew. Mariners have a 4-2 lead. They've hit 3 home runs. Brandon in the first. In the 5th inning, Lopez and Burke in the 5th inning. And it's Little League Day. You see all the kids there with their moms and dads. They got a chance to parade around the ballpark. Get an attendance figure for you before long, but it is easily 35,000 plus. Great day here in Seattle. Take a look at our Comcast pitching matchup. Ball club will be off tomorrow, traveling to Baltimore. Jason Vargas, who's been throwing some outstanding baseball. Look at that ERA, 1.93 against Brad Bergeson. Saw Brad a couple of days ago. Felix Hernandez against Jeremy Guthrie. We missed Guthrie when the Orioles were here last week. It'll be 3 in Baltimore, 3 in Colorado, and 3 with San Diego before the Mariners come home. And that next homestand will be a brief one, 3 with Arizona, 3 with San Diego. We've already passed the 3rd poll, if you will, in this season. Next thing you know, the All-Star break is within sniffing distance right now. It's amazing. Today's the 7th, and the All-Star break will start on the 12th of July. Ken Griffey Jr. is going to lead it off here in the 7th inning. Griffey, Lopez, and Cedeno. Jr. with the game-winning RBI, 8th inning yesterday. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk. See how he can handle an R.A. Dickey knuckleball. Let's look at ball 1. R.A. Dickey came on to relieve starter Kevin Slowey. Creedy will not be able to catch up to that one. 16 pitches for R.A. Dickey. He's thrown 14 for strikes.
It's pretty unusual for a knuckleballer. I think he probably throws his knuckleball a little bit harder than most that you'll see. Probably helps him a little bit as far as his accuracy and being able to throw strikes.
1-1 to Ken Griffey Jr. Check. No, he didn't, says C.B. Buckner. That's a strike. 1-2. Jr. 4 for 11 on the homestand. 2 strikes. Sneak the fastball in there. R.A. certainly a graphic illustration of what we just showed you with the 14 strikes and 2 balls. The 1-2 to Griffey. He's got a piece of it. Griffey to be followed by Lopez, who's having a very good day. Lopez is doubled and homer, 2 for 3, 2 RBI. And Ronnie Cedeno after that. The 1-2.
He keeps battling. R.A. Dickey keeps throwing strikes with his knuckleball, and Jr. fouling them off.
R.A. a fine arts major at the University of Tennessee. He's got a 1-2 to Griffey. And Griffey goes down swinging. Maurer applies the tag. 1 out. R.A. Dickey, his 2nd strikeout. Big home run day here for the Mariners. Russell Brandon, a majestic drive to straightaway center field. A line drive off the bat of Lopez in the 5th. And then Jamie Burke, his first home run since April 9 of last year, just his 3rd big league homer. He was just called up today from Tacoma with Rob Johnson ailing. So Berkey on the board with 2 hits today. He's got a base hit as well, and he lined out hard to 3rd. Lopez having a strong day. 2 for 3, 2 RBI. No play for Dyer. Lopez taking his RBI total to 31, the club leader. Russell Brandon not too far behind with 26. There's Jamie Berg. Back at the ball club again.
Garrett Olson did a nice job for the Mariners coming in relief. It looks like it's going to be low. He continues to throw out in the Mariner pen.
Ball and 2 strikes here to Lopez.
Things go well for him in the 8th inning. He'll probably come back out and pitch the 9th. The Mariners have the day off tomorrow. It's a travel day for him.
Hartzman's off today. Don Wakamatsu said that Lowe would be closer today. Hammered but foul. Boy, that knuckleball was up in his eyes and he saw it all the way. Mark Lowe warming up. He's had a couple of days off, so he should be plenty fresh. Two. Oh, throw it and duck special. You bet. Right back through the box. Base hit. Jose Lopez is 3rd in a row. He's 3 for 4. Boy, that was the express right back through the middle. Look at this.
R.A. Dickey, no chance to even get a glove up. The ball is by him and just over his head. Kind of scary watching it there.
Ronnie Cedeno with a push bunt his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Third consecutive start here at shortstop for Ronnie Cedeno. Appeared the Unieski Betancourt found himself a little doghouse. Booted by Kadire. He's got time. He gets back, picks up the out. 2 down. Visit the official online shop of the Mariners at mariners.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and a heck of a lot more. Get your gear at mariners.com shop. 2 outs for Endy Chavez. Endy has not gotten the ball out of the infield yet. He's popped to short, popped to second, and popped out to the catcher. Chavez now trying to break an 0 for 9.
I'd like to see the Mariners check in with a base hit and runner in scoring position. 0 for 6 in the game today.
Down low to Endy.
Mark Lowe is going to be the closer today and having to pitch a couple innings. Another run won't hurt him.
See these clouds blow away. Sun been out for the last half hour to 60 minutes. 2-0. Late draft on Tuesday. It'll be interesting to see who the Mariners come up with. 3-0 to Endy Chavez. On deck hitter Jamie Berg. Neither team excelling runners in scoring position today. Big combined over. Lopez, the base runner, at second base. Endy Chavez is aboard with a walk. Two out, 2 on. And brings up Jamie Burke, who singled line to third and homered to left.
pick to click. I think he can seal it right here with another base hit. If he hasn't already, he certainly can with a base hit.
Over on the radio side, we do picks to click. I believe, what did Riz, I can't remember who Rick had. I think he had each run today. So Jamie Burke done a good number with his batting average today with the 2 for 3. A couple of runners out there for him. The 0-1 certainly familiar with R.A. Dickey. Haven't caught him the part of the last couple of years. 0-2. Owen Tulatif, it's a knuckleball. Just showed him a fastball. I think he's sitting knuckle. There it is. Outside. Mauer, nice grab. Dustin Ackley, the likely pick of the Mariners in the 2-hole in the draft coming up on Tuesday, hit a 3-run homer for the Tar Heels of North Carolina this afternoon. Super regional action. And they win that ball game in advance of the College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska. The 1-2. This is away. I've not seen Mr. Ackley, but I hear great things about him.
I haven't seen him either. A lot of reports out on him.
Great versatility, a little pop. A 2-2 to Jamie Burke with 2 on. Down the line, but foul. Just a few days ago, when the Mariners caught up Guillermo Quiros, Jesse Crane throwing for Minnesota. Don Wakamatsu had to have a conversation with Jamie Burke. Many of us thought would be called up, but they wanted to go a little bit younger with Quiros. Now the situation has developed that they needed Burke, and here he is. He swings and misses, and that'll do it here in the 7th inning. As the Mariners strand 2 and they hold a 2-0 lead, 2-run lead, as we go to the 8th inning.
Capital of the Northwest. The Tracer system uses 3 cameras to track every pitch. With this tracking information, we can show you where the ball crosses the front plane of the plate. Our system is accurate to within 1 inch. We then take this data and convert it to our EQC Tracer graphic.
Beautiful day here in Seattle. 4-2 Mariners, top of the 8th. Mariners had a couple of men on. Couldn't get anybody home in the 7th. They lead these Twins. Mariners have won 6 of their last 9. Here's birthday boy Mark Lowe, 26 years old today. He's on a nice little roll here for the Mariners, and it looks like he's got both the 8th and the 9th inning. He'll face Kadire, Harris, and Gomez here in the 8th. Bright sunshine right now. First pitch strike to Cuddyer. He struck out swinging, struck out looking, and flied to center.
You're talking about things going better for Lowe. I don't think there's been any question of the stuff that he brings to the mound. The main thing is doing what he just did. That's throwing strikes early in count, being aggressive. There's a slider that he hangs.
Base hit for Cuddyer. 7th hit by Minnesota today. Sue Bird, Lauren Jackson, and the 2009 edition of the Seattle Storm tip off their 10th anniversary season. That's tonight on FSN. Storm looking to take down the Sacramento Monarchs in WNBA action from Key Arena right here in Seattle. Live coverage gets underway 6 p.m. on FSN and FSN HD. Ball 1 to Brendan Harris, who extended his hitting streak to 12 games. Great crowd. We said it might be 35,000 plus, and then indeed it is 37,714. Brendan Harris, the Minnesota shortstop. Walk, fly out to center, double to left center. 2-0. Russell Branyan going over to have some words with Mark Lowe. Twins runs came in the 5th. Justin Morneau infield ground out. Sacrifice fly by Joe Crede. The 7 hits have really been scattered. They have not had a multiple hit inning to this point. And they're set for 2 up the middle. There's a called strike, 2-1.
The Mariners haven't turned a double play today. This would be a good time for it. One of the things also that Don Wakamatsu talked about, Mark, earlier in the season was the amount of pitches it was taking him to get through the innings. Well, if he's going 2 innings today, he's going to have to be efficient on his pitch count.
Pitch number 6 right here, 2-1. 2-2 now to Brendan Harris. In the early part of the year, boy, he ran a lot of deep cuts. Mentality of that bullpen has been very aggressive. Come out, boys, here's our best stuff coming right after. Two. Geyer has to dive back. Two. Full Jamie Burke.
I think it was a foul ball. I think he ended up getting a piece of it and took a little bit of a bite out of Jamie. Take a look at the check swing.
Oh, sure did. Ooh. Try it again. 2-2. Runner goes, swung on and missed, then fouled off. Not held by Burke. He got his throwing hand.
See some of those old time catchers they used to catch with 2 hands.
Look at the old baseball cards. Remember
some of their fingers on their throwing hand. Broken in a lot of different places.
Yes, my father-in-law's 80. He caught it at City College in New York back in the late 40s, and he's got his right index, no, his right pinky finger takes a right-hand turn. Broken bat, line drive. Beltre throws across, not in time. A lot of kindle there, boy, as Harris's bat exploded. How many pieces?
It shattered it. Oh, you see a couple of pieces flying out towards Adrian.
So we get Brian Busher. He's going to pinch hit here. Carlos Gomez. Brian Busher, 208 hitter, 1 homer, 7 RBI. Ball 1. Chance here for the Mariners. Get out of this inning. Get a double play to the home 8th. Enjoy the rest of today off and jump on a plane for Baltimore tomorrow. First East Coast trip of the season. We headed back east late June, early July. And again in mid-July, Cleveland and Detroit. Cleveland and Detroit in August, and then Tampa and Toronto in September. Low may be overthrowing. 2-0. Busher played a couple of days ago, went 3 for 4. There's a 2-0 pitch. Ichiro battling the sun in right field. 2 down. Boy, fought all the way too. That late flinch.
You can see the sunglasses, and then he was using his glove to shade his eyes the whole way, trying to shade his eyes with his glove.
Well done. 2 outs. You prefer the flip or the standard issue?
I always like the flip downs. Felt like my depth perception. There's the old school flip downs. I felt like my depth perception on them with the sunglasses on all the time. And then Lopez with the flip downs. Couldn't see quite as well. And then the glasses I use, you have different shades of lens in there. I put the really dark ones in there.
You ever forget to flip it down?
No. Sheer panic made me put it down.
There you go. Here's Alexi Casilla. I hear you. 0-1. Back with a strike. Mark Lowe, strike away from getting out of this. He's got a runner at first. He gave up a 0-1 pitch to Kadire for a base hit. He's popped up Harrison. Got Busher to fly out. Mark is thrown. This will be pitch number 15 coming up. The 0-2 pitch. This is outside. 1-2. Mariner pitchers today. Bedard for 5 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits. Batista an inning, 1 hit. Olson an inning, 1 hit. Offensively, 3 home runs today for the Mariners. Take a look at how hard Mark Lowe is throwing here. See if he can amp one up. A little triple-digit action here. 1-2 to the 9-hole hitting second baseman Alexi Casilla. And aboard the 1-2. It's a Cedeno short way, inning over. Nice job by Mark Lowe in 15 pitches. No damage done there. Mariners 4, Twins 2. Brought to you by Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. And by Money Tree. Visit moneytreeinc.com for a location near you. Money Tree. Choices are good. Thanks for joining us here on this gorgeous Sunday afternoon getaway day. Actually, tomorrow is officially getaway day. It's the last day today of this homestand. 4-2 Mariners. And it will be the bottom of the order, Franklin Gutierrez, and then back to Ichiro and Brennan. And Brian Busher, he stays on in the game at first base. Michael Kadire moves from first base to right field. Denard Span moves from left to center. And Jason Kubel moves from right to left. Ready on 3, break.
This change is kind of like spring training, wasn't it?
Yeah. Haven't run out of room yet, but don't push me. Gutierrez. First pitch from Jesse Crane's a ball. Crane is the 3rd pitcher used by Ron Gardenhire today. Swing, it's a giddy up there. 1-1.
Crane has a good arm. He'll be in the mid-90s. He's struggled this year with a high ERA of 7.5.
Two-thirds of an inning on Friday night for Crane with a strikeout. Mariners lose that game 2-1. Came back and won yesterday's game by the identical score. Three and 1. Sean White is up and getting ready. Low through 15 pitches. Gave up a hit in his inning, of course, so maybe he is not going to throw 2 innings. Here's the 3-1.
It'll be interesting in the 9th. Minnesota back to the top of their order. So Span, Mauer, Morneau, Kubel. Won't get a chance to swing it one more time. There's Mark. Did a nice job in the 8th.
Good way to celebrate birthday number 26 for Mark Lowe. Scoreless inning. Gutierrez keeps it going here. Home runs today by Brandon, Lopez, and Burke powering the Mariners. Minnesota came back with 2 runs top of the 5th to tie it. Lopez and Burke homered in the bottom of the 5th, hence the 2-run margin. Good battle being put up. Franklin Gutierrez. Pitch number 8, this at bat. Nice stint by R.A. Dickey. 2 1/3 innings, gives up 1 hit. Tried again, 3-2. Breaking ball, got him. 1 down. Take a look at the Mariners calendar, being brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Road trip. Road trip, road trip. Baltimore for 3, Colorado for 3, day off in San Diego, and then 3 with the Padres. 4 coming home for Arizona. Top of the order, Ichiro. Struck out by R.A. Dickey back in the 6th. Got a base hit in the 2nd inning. Ichiro swinging extraordinarily hot bat.
Crane switching things up, has the good fastball. We've seen him top out at 96. We started Ichiro out with a couple of off-speed pitches and falling behind the count.
2-0. Back up the middle. There's a base hit for Ichiro. Itch with 2 hits today, giving him 77 on the season.
The last one, a high fastball up out of the zone at 95 miles an hour, but because he's ahead in the count, start to swing a little bit early. We'll let it jamming him a little bit, but ends up with a base hit up the middle.
Russell Branyan likes the fastball. He's going to get a chance to see at least one here from Jesse Crane. Branyan with a home run back in the first inning. 8-pitch at bat. He homered to straightaway center field. Also picked up a base hit in the 4th. So Aaron Hill for Toronto picked up a base hit today. It was a home run. That gives him 78 base hits. And he hit it was his 13th home run. Ichiro with the 2 hits today moves into second place with 77, one behind Hill. Russell Branyan, his 5th game, batting second in the order. Ball club's 3-1 in the 2-hole. Ichiro 9 out of 13 in base stealing this year. One out, Ichiro at first. Straight away and deep for Branyan. Two 2-0.
Other than R.A. Dickey, it seems like all the pitchers having a tough time today throwing strikes. You look at Crane so far, 13 pitches, 7 of them for balls, just 6 strikes. He's been very sharp today.
Big hack by Branyan, 2-1. It's that same reaction we get every time he takes that big swing. Oh boy. If he had hit that one, Mars or Jupiter. Two and one. Majerus warming up quickly. Jose Majerus, saw him a couple of nights ago. Saw him again previously in Minnesota. Inside, 3 balls, 1 strike to Russell Branyan. All right, what's he sitting on here? He's got Beltre on deck. He's got Ichiro at first, and 1 out. And like you said, he's not been sharp. Jesse.
I think you have to look for the fastball at this point. He has a good fastball. It's 95 miles an hour. He just threw one by him. Why not go for it again? See if Russell can time it.
Ball 4. So Beltre going to get a chance here. He's got a 2 for 3 day with a run scored. Branyan walks. Branyan has walked 29 times. And that leads the ball club. Ken Griffey Jr. will walk today 26 times. And here comes Rick Anderson, the pitching coach for the Twins. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Well, Eric Bedard started 5 innings, and I think it's safe to say, because he did not have his normal command labored, hence the long afternoon here with 3 hours plus, Mr. Flowers.
Well, 101 pitches for him to get through the 5 innings. So yeah, he definitely wasn't as sharp. And Don't think C.B. Buckner was helping him out too much early in the ball game. Looked like there was a lot of close pitches, borderline pitches that he wasn't getting the call on. So yeah, he was in trouble for the most part. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 5 innings he had runners in scoring position, giving up the 2 runs.
Beltre, 1 out, 2 on. Popped it up. Short center field. Going back to see it. Coming in, Span. Span is there to make the catch. All right, Ken Griffey Jr. now with 2 on. Jr. back in the 4th inning. 2 outs at the bases loaded. He's going to face Jose Mijares because Ron Gardenhire making a long, slow, and I mean slow walk out to the mound. Mijares is going to be the next pitcher. 4-2 Mariners. Here in Seattle. Fabulous, isn't it? 4-2 Mariners. Bottom of the 8th inning. The Mariners have a chance to tack on a couple of more runs. 2 down, 2 on. Jose Mijares, a left-hander, he's on. The 4th pitcher today for Ron Gardenhire in the Minnesota Twins, his 19th game. 2.50 ERA. Opponents hitting .235 against him. And Ken Griffey Jr. is going to be the hitter. Jr. back in the 4th. That bases loaded, 2 outs, and he grounded out to second. Let's see what he does here.
Well, I think that Don Wakamatsu has confidence in all of his guys out in the bullpen, but as you mentioned, David Aardman not available today, so I think he'd really like to see another run or 2 tacked on to help out what looks like it's probably going to be Sean White.
Second trip in to Minnesota back in May. Junior homered off of Mijares. Junior's got a favorable count at 2-0. Mijares taking his time. Here's the 2-0. 3-0. The on deck hitter Jose Lopez, the team RBI man. Harris gave up an 8th inning 2-run homer to Griffey back on Sunday, May 10th. In Minnesota, the pitch. Take it all the way, 3-1.
This fastball is pretty good hitting speed at 90 to 92 miles an hour. Fairly straight for a left-hander. Jr. can get one in the middle of the plate.
3-1 pitch. Inside corner, he caught it. 3-2. Second time Junior's taking a long walk. C.B. Buckner's call. It happened back in the 4th inning at bat. Harris has the sign, and Griffey calls timeout. He's steaming. Four runs on 12 hits for the Mariners. 2 runs, 7 hits. No errors for the Twins. 2 on. And here we go. The 3-2 pitch to Ken Griffey Jr. Inside. Bases are loaded for Jose Lopez. Got to cash in now. And Gardenhire, another long, slow walk. He's going to bring in a right-hander to face Jose Lopez. It's going to be Luis Ayala. Lopez has had a heck of a day already with 2 RBIs and a home run. Bubbling here in the 8th inning. Bases loaded. Jose Lopez, just the guy they want up there, the team RBI leader. He homered on a 1-1 pitch leading off the 5th inning. That was his 6th home run. Adrian Beltre loving what Lope did there. That after Lopez had doubled in a run back in the 3rd inning. So he's got a chance to put a big exclamation point on this ball game here in this at bat. And he'll do it against Luis Ayala.
It'll be interesting. Twins bullpen today. Majerus and Crane both struggle to throw strikes. No room for Ayala right now. He has no choice but to come in and try to throw some strikes early in the count.
Lopez has got base hits in his last 3 at bats. Flied out to center, double to right, RBI, homer to left, which you saw, and another single to center. Bases loaded numbers are prodigious. All one. What's the guy you want up there? Your RBI leader. Batting out of the 5-hole. Ichiro, Brandon, and Griffey, the base runners. 2-0. Ichiro, he got a base hit to center. Brandon walked, he's at second base, and then Griffey, a 2-out walk that loaded him. Two-0 pitch. Fastball, first strike, 2-1. Started the day overcast. Now it's brilliant sunshine here at Safeco Field. Shadows not taking effect as of yet. The 2-1. Right to Creedy, inning over. Broken bat line drive. That'll end it, and the Mariners strand 3 more. They've left 13. Twins have left 10, and here comes Sean White to pitch the 9th. On a big note, they won 6 of the last 9. Trying to take this from the Twins. It'll be 2 out of 3. Don't forget, coming up right after our ball game, Mariners Live comes your way. You're going to hear from the Mariners, preview the O's, and well, we'll just explain that last note. You'll have to stick around to get an answer. So they bring on Sean White, who's been outstanding coming out of the bullpen. And he continues to rack up zeros for the Mariners, who are the #1 ERA team in the American League. Look at that. Opponent's a $1.82. He's got an ERA of 1.59. And for Sean White, he's got an opportunity now to pick up his first career save. He's earned it, hasn't he?
Well, I think so. And I think the other thing, too, is he has such a good 2-seam fastball, nice sink to his fastball, and maybe he can keep that away from the left-handed hitters that he's going to have to face in this inning.
Well, he's going to have to earn it because he's got the top of the order. Denard Span to lead off, followed by Joe Mauer and Justin Morneau. Strike 1 to Span. Sean White follows Bedard, Batista, Olson, and Lowe. Roll call. 10 pitchers, 5 each, been used now in this ballgame. Beltre in a couple steps at third. Two and one now to Span. David Ardsma getting a blow today. He has been used a lot. Picked up a save. 2-1 win yesterday. Line drive, base hit. Span out of the box quickly. Takes a look. A big turn. And he'll get back to first. A base hit.
The other thing that'll do with Ardsma not pitching today is to give him 2 solid days of rest. He certainly deserves it.
They have really depended on David Ardsma. With John Wetland, Rick Adair, what they've done, and rebuilding his confidence. He's a guy that's bounced around a lot. He has turned into a very effective closer and had a lot of success. Looks like he's with the Secret Service today. He's got the little walkie-talkie. I don't think he's packing anything, but I don't know if you want to mess with him. spot here with Joe Mauer. 2-run ball game. Mauer representing the tying run. All in a strike. 2 for 2 against Sean White. Joe with a double to right center field in the 5th. 1 for 4. It's a Payton 1-2.
That's a great pitch. Start on the outside corner and run it off the plate. If he could repeat that pitch, I don't think there's much that Mauer is going to be able to do with it.
Morneau's on deck. He's 1 for 4. The important pitch. A get back. Get Span back there. He's 12 for 16 and base stealing. Decent lead for Span. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Joe Mauer strikes out. Huge strikeout recorded by Sean White. And Mauer on the day 1 for 5 for the series. 2 for 12.
Take a look at the last pitch. See the run on his fastball again. Nice two-seam fastball. Ends up going out of the zone.
Not done yet. Here's Justin Morneau. Strike 1. Morneau struck out on 3 pitches. Garrett Olson got him in the 7th inning. He got an RBI ground out in the 5th, base hit in the 3rd, and a fly out in the 1st.
Again, you see Sean trying to keep the ball away. I don't blame him.
He's got good cause for it. Morneau, 15 home runs, 52 RBI. Looking for Morneau numbers. Leads in just about every category across the board for this ball club. Way outside, 2-1. So that 1 for 12 hung on Joe Mauer. He's dropped his average 436 to 410. Here's the 2-1 to Morneau. 2-2 now. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, 1 down here in the top of the 9th. Mariners trying to get out of here with a W. The 2-2. Now he's run a full count. Another good hitter on deck in Joe Crede.
See if they send Span trying to stay out of the double play.
1 out, 3-2. Span's at first. He holds. Driven deep to left center field. Long run, Chavez, but he's at the track. He's there to make the catch. 2 down.
I have to admit, I flinched a little bit on that one. Thought he hit that pretty good. Yeah. Thought he hit that pretty good, and as you mentioned, the sun is out now. You would think the ball's going to carry a little bit better, but it's a nice play by Chavez. He gets back easily on the warning track. You see the swing by Morneau. That's why you use the big part of the ballpark. Make him hit the ball the other way.
2 down. Justin Morneau. With that out there, it was 1 for 5 on the series, and that's driven to left, but foul. Boy, Crede turned on that baby. Morneau. How about Morneau? 1 for 11 in the series. Strike one to Joe Crede. 2 outs, runner on. Bouncing ball foul. So now Sean White's got Crede 0-2. So the Mariners trying to get to the 500 mark. If they win today, they'll be a game under. Crede has yet to get a base hit. 0-2 count. The pitch missed away, not by much. 1-2. Sean White getting after Crede, trying to record his first big league save. Here's the 1-2 to Crede. Bouncing ball foul.
Sean's turning loose a pretty good fastball right now at 95 miles an hour. The last two 95. Trying to hit the outside corner and finish off Crede.
Mariner fans on their feet here at Safeco Field. 2 outs, 1-2 to Joe Crede. Mariners lead it 4-2. The pitch misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
His best fastball there, 96.
27th out, always the toughest to get. Sean White is ready. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch up high. He's run a full count. Span will be flying now. Brandon tells Sean White he'll be backing off at first base. Jason Kubel, another long ball threat. He's on deck. They want to get Crede and get out of here. Span ready to run. There he goes. The pitch up high. He walked him. So now you've got the lead run coming to the plate in Jason Kubel. And they're going to pinch run Matt Tolbert. We saw him a couple of nights ago. Tolbert's going to pinch run for Joe Crede. Tolbert was the one who had the collision with Rob Johnson on Friday night at home plate. Here's Kubel, a dangerous hitter. First pitch. Ball 1. Kubel's got an 0 for going for this series. 0 for 9.
Sean's really working in this inning. 22 pitches.
He's got 2 out, 2 on. Line drive left field. Andy Chavez is back there. He's got it. Mariners win 4-2. And they take 2